Good morning, everybody. Is it still morning? No, it's afternoon. 12:01 to be exact. Look at me. I am on time. Oh, goodness. Well, we have certainly had a very eventful, let's see, 9, 10, 15 hours. Although on YouTube, it's kind of like dog years. 15 hours, 15 minutes, 15 days. Oh, y'all. Okay. Trusty notes. I think I just have a little bit on a second page. Oh no, I lied. I have a lot on a second page. Hi, Hippie Porn. How are you? It's nice to see you too. Save the bees. How are you? You guys, does this sound okay, or should I can move closer? I have my seat pulled back, mainly so you can see my cute t-shirt and the graphic on it. What does this say? I feel love. And it's got this, what is that? Oh, it's a leopard. And on the back, which I'm already standing on a little shelf that, is probably going to result in a broken bone if I try it again. So I can't show you the back. Oh wait, no, I can. Can you see? Yeah, no, it won't work. The back says, all you need is love and good Wi-Fi. I agree. Okay, so does it sound good? Just put a 1 in the chat if it's okay. Hey Peggy, how you doing? Kathy Clock the House, how are you? Fairy Dust Fairies 101, how you doing? PP Gate, how are you? Hand pink waving. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'll move it closer at some point, just because I don't want to have the mouse and all that crap on my lap. Oh, I was going to take a poll. You guys, I was looking for my glasses, and in my office, I have a kind of like a little, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like it's like a bread box almost. It's got this really cool like door that comes down, but I usually have the door closed, and I was looking for glasses, and I hit the mother load. I found, I don't know, there's at least 6 pair in there. So I'm taking a poll to see which glasses do you like. Okay, I think these are my personal favorite, I think. I got these from Anthropology when I was in Tennessee not too long ago. Hi, Cece Jones. Oh, well, thank you. I'm no Mallory Williams girl, but I try. Okay, so we've got those. That's my favorite, I think. That's my current favorite. And then we've got these, which I'm pretty partial to these too. Yeah, I like these a lot. Okay, and then now these right here, I have these in black as well. I don't know if this is the best. I think this might be too extreme of a cat eye for me. Although I don't know, I really do like them. Okay. All right. On to some more important things. Okay, first, I want to let everybody know that I am looking for my pen. Oh, goodness. Okay. The first 2, I agree, Peggy. I think the first 2 as well. Okay. First things first. I am streaming on 2 channels, Crimes and Fashion, as well as Fashionistas, Felons, and Fruit Loops. I see the chat from both channels. However, I do not think that those of you in each separate channel's chat, I think it might be a situation where you all can see, but the messages you can't respond to the other channel, I think. Not positive. So if that is the case and you say hello to somebody and they don't say hi back, well, it's for one of two reasons. Either because there's like, 200,000 people in here, or it's that the chats do not merge. Okay, so because I've had a couple people ask me, what is that situation about? Fairy Dust Fairies, I'm a sub on both. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And by all means, if you are sub to one and not the other, I would appreciate it if you would sub to both. Okay. All right. So we got that out of the way. Next. Everyone is welcome here, even the haters. All I ask is please don't be vulgar. If you feel the need to come in here and tell me you hate me, I'm old, I'm a bitch, I have fake tits, check, 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 got it. But by all means, if you got to get it out of your system, hey, I'm a benevolent ruler like that. Come on in. Just please do not be vulgar and try to have, at least just a little modicum of respect about yourself. Okay. Hey, Ceresia, how you doing? Okay, that's what I thought, that the chats do not merge. PPGate, maybe somebody in the chat can help me with this, because I have that on my list of questions to ask my person who knows a lot about YouTube and the techie part of it. And that is, it says Crimes and Fashion channel won't come up for me in search. I can't find it either. Hence why I run, at least now, on, two channels, because I'm trying to get the subs and the Fashionistas, Felons, and Fruit Loops. That does come up in search. So if anybody can fill me in on why that is, if you know why I can't find Crimes and Fashion in the search, because I myself have tried. And I would just say, screw it and, ace the whole channel and just use the other one. But that channel does have name recognition associated with me, whereas the other channel has more subs. But that, for people who weren't already subbed to that when I blew up Crimes and Fashion original channel, they wouldn't know. So I need to get that resolved. Okay, Hippoporium says it is because it is run together as one word. All right, so is there a way for me to change it without changing the whole damn? Well, I'm glad at least somebody knew. Okay, so is there somebody who knows, either Hippie or Ceresia, can I go in and put spaces in the channel name, or is that going to screw me up even more? Because I know before, when I had the original channel, before I burned it down, nobody had a hard time finding it. So at least I know now. And I will either go in and change it if I can, or it'll stay like it is, and I will just tell everyone that you've got to do it as one word. You think I should leave it? Okay. All right. I am going to deal with that issue, though. And thank you so much. At least I now know what the problem was. Okay. So please, I know I don't need to tell any of you here this, because you all are classy and don't need this message. It's for the other people that, might not get it. And that is this. please, anybody that I am going to speak on today or any other time for that matter, I have no personal malice or ill will for anyone on this platform or in my real life. I'm sure if you want to work really hard, you can change that, but please do not ever leave here and go dox, send hate, or harass anyone I talk about. Okay? And I don't roll that way. Okay? Because here's my thoughts. People who resort to those kinds of tactics, well, to me, that speaks volumes about their confidence in their own intellect and ability to use this. Okay. I don't street fight. I don't cage fight. I'm gross. Okay. Hey, little G, how are you? All right. Now, what I just said does not mean that I'm not going to bust on these people. I'm going to use sarcasm, hyperbole. I'm basically going to drag them for filth. But I don't go dig into people's real lives. Anything I have to say to anyone that I talk to or about, it's based on what they have shown us all here on YouTube. And these are just my opinions. Okay, so it's not that hard. I wish everybody had some personal ethics about themselves on this platform, but we know that many of these people do not. Okay. And well, that's a nice segue into this thought. Y'all, these people, these disgusting, foul, gross people, collectively referred to as the tragedy pimps. As far as I'm concerned, there's two sides. There's right and there's wrong. There's good and there's bad. And I just hope that everybody who has a voice will use it. And if you feel like I do, and you don't agree with the way these people victimize and or re-victimize people who had already suffered more than any of these dumbasses could probably even get their crayons out and, you know, draw what's in their imagination. So I'm going to keep speaking out, and I'm sure that I'm sure there's going to be blowback. And all I would ask, and I'm sure it's asking too much, because most of these people I do not feel are on a similar intellectual plane as myself. So they have to resort to doxing, things like that. Just some of the really vile tactics that we know they use. And I guess all I would say to that is people are going to do what they're going to do. But, you know, you never know what you don't know. And you may think because you've got a little been verified membership for $9.99 a month or whatever the hell that thing costs, that you've got, you know, you've got the deets. Mike Stevens, how are you? Oh, yes, you're right. You know what, Mike? Don't you let me forget, since you talked your comment. Come on, you know you want Mallory's little black shoes. Apparently, Mallory tying shoelaces, she must have missed that that day in kindergarten. Please do not let me forget that I have brought 2 visual aids with me. Just a little, suggestions. I'm a helper. She drug her emphasis on drug her black kicks out for show and tell. So, ooh. So I brought 2 of my more practical footwear options in my closet. Now, I know, y'all, I've told you before, I do have flat shoes. You're just never going to see me in them. But I brought 2 pair in. That would have worked quite nicely with her situation that was going on. Yes, the cut shoelace. I mean, how much do shoelaces cost? I don't know, because I don't wear shoes that have laces in them often enough to break said laces. So I couldn't tell you how much a shoelace costs. But my gosh, I would think at least one of those super chats, those $5 super chats that she got in her sidewalk telethon. I mean, although she was going on and on complaining about, she was hemorrhaging money. I guess it's all relative. Okay. So, yeah, 2 sides. And people, stop supporting these pigs and the disgusting things they do. It's that simple. I so wish that coming in here every day and trying to shame these people, if that would work, I would gladly do it. But it's up to the subs. I've said it the other day. I'll keep saying it. Subs, wake up. If you support this kind of abusive, disgusting treatment, then you are just like them. Water seeks its own level. Y'all know I love my old sayings. Kind of like, living well is the best revenge. And when you live well, you don't have to terrorize random people to get your kicks. Okay. Well, who should we talk about first? I call this, what I'm doing right here, in my own mind, I call this the YouTube circular economy. So sorry, you guys. Oh my God, I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, and it's so, it's driving me crazy. Okay. I'll exploit them. I will at them. I'll put their names in the title, and I will capitalize on, well, let's face it, something good should come from all the harm and all the bad that they do. So if it gets me 1 sub, if it gets me clipped and put on 1 channel, well, that's a win-win, isn't it? I think so. All right, so let's start with Mallory. She did her live stream with MGL yesterday. I don't know what this one was titled. I don't remember. I was watching it on Rock-A-Lot. Is his channel Rock-A-Lot or Unirock? I know he's got more than one. So if Rock-A-Lot is not his channel, somebody please correct me so I'm not putting out the wrong name. Oh, Fairy Dust Fairies, I agree. Burnt Toast was on point. And we're going to talk about that. Don't you worry. Hey, Penny Pimp Daddy, how you doing? So, yeah. MGL, who, listen, of all these Tragedy Pimp and Company, Tragedy Pimps et al., that's a legal word or legal vernacular, meaning Joe Blow and everybody associated in this suit. So I'm just going to call them tragedy pimps et al. Or, whichever asshole I'm talking about and company. So I'm sitting there. MGL is the one I know the least about. And I have been careful to not, well, let me just put it this way. If I had $1 for every person in my first incarnation as Crimes and Fashion to when I came back, if I had $1 for every person who said to me, OMG, please do MGL, drag MGL, talk about MGL, I've never felt comfortable doing it because I don't know enough about her. I don't watch her. I cannot stand her accent. That's not a diss to the state of New Jersey, but it grates on the very last nerve that I have. It doesn't mean I think she's a bad person. It means I want to gouge my eardrums out with a sharp implement like a pen. So I just don't listen to her. It's not that I've never listened to her. I have. I've seen snippets here and there. I've seen her on all the clips. I've just never felt, oh, Mike Stevens, I know she has donated billions, hasn't she? Is her name on one of those buildings? Because I told Mallory that the other day. These people think they're ballers. They're not. Because first of all, ballers never tell you they're ballers. In fact, they go out of their way to go under the radar. But I've known a baller or two in my day, and I can tell you that you're a baller when your name's on the building. Okay, so I've just never felt comfortable speaking on her because I didn't know enough about her. I still don't know much about her, but here's the good news, kids. I think I'm at the point where I don't think I need to. I don't want to, and I don't think I need to. But I am not a person who just takes someone else's, when I came back, I said, I'm not going to have any what I've called hate sympathy or sympathy hate. So just because someone that I like and talk to can't stand another person, that does not mean that I'm just going to jump right on that bandwagon and I'm going to start bashing somebody. I just don't do that. And I don't think that anybody who is grown, smart, and mature does either. But I think I've seen enough now. She doesn't interest me, okay? I got it. I get what she is. It comes across loud and clear. She's an opportunist. She's a shameless self-promoter. She's like all these other people. They will do anything for attention. I will not. Can't relate. I maintain that it takes a special type of person to have a whole lot of their community come and probably the damn internet at large by now. It takes a special kind of person to be good with that, to actually probably enjoy it. And I find that incredibly troubling, because especially when, it's one thing when you're standing on your convictions, and your convictions are something that normal people can understand and relate to, but maybe just don't have the same opinion. That's normal people stuff. What's not normal is to go and attempt to make a mockery of a place where babies are dying, extreme mental, physical, emotional suffering is going on, and to be such a desperate attention whore that you will denigrate yourself because you're so wildly insecure that you will take attention in any old form you can get it, even when it makes you look like you sit at the right hand of Satan. That's just the way I feel about it. I find that all these people are the same. They are the same person. Different packaging. Which is a perfect segue into my my thoughts on MGL and oh, what did she call her? Mal. You know, I've always wondered ever since their little their first meeting, MGL and old Mal, PayPal Mal. Do you think that was awkward for Mallory when they actually met face to face in the flesh? Do you think that was awkward, knowing that she had shit talked MGL? Hell, she's been around a long time, far longer than I've ever even looked on YouTube. So I always wondered. I tend to think no, because you would have to have some kind of a conscience to feel strange. I mean, I can promise you, you're never going to see me sitting down at, oh, I don't know, where do you think they go? TGI Fridays, Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, Molly, or no, what's Mallory? She strikes me as an Applebee's kind of girl. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Applebee's. But I can promise you, no matter what it is, you will never, and you can take this to the bank, you would never see me sitting down with any of these people, because there is nothing I want from these people. I'll use them. I'll pimp their name on YouTube to try and, you know, bring people to my channel. Sure, I'll do that. I don't need Molly to buy me some off-season Coach bag from the outlet. Yeah, no. So, but I've just always thought that ever since that train wreck went down. Oh, the devil went down to Georgia. Several of them, as a matter of fact. The devil and all his disciples. Yeah, I've just always wondered about it. Just, you know, just something I ponder. Okay. So here we have MGL and PayPal Mal. I don't know who was on whose panel, don't give a shit. And the title was something very, all bullshit, didn't happen. Something about, I think it said something about being manhandled by the Memphis PD. Interesting choice of words. Did I say that? So here we got here's MGL. Wait, let me get my Molly Go Lightly glasses on. I do like her glasses. Okay, so here she is. Oh, I might have to move closer to the screen because I want to get this. I want to get this right. Okay. Let me put these glasses on, and we're going to put that up. Okay, so here we go. We got, here's MGL, clearly riveted by all the bullshit that old PayPal Mal is all the her her traumatic experience that she's getting ready to dish about. And I don't know how long this idiocy went on, but I watched Rock a Lot for probably a good 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. And you know what? I would have watched all day. I think he is a rarity here on YouTube. I have only found his channel in the last, I think Sunday was the first day. He seems to be a lovely person. I would have stayed. I could listen to him for quite a while because I get the vibe that he's a kind person, which is a rarity here. So I don't know how long this shit went on. I had to leave because I was getting so pissed. I really was. I was getting, my blood pressure was going up watching these two trashy bitches just lie, denigrate. I mean, Mallory, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you have swirling around up here? That I mean, you embody the expression, denial ain't just a river in Egypt, or wherever the hell it is. Is it Egypt? Hey, Coco, how you doing? So here we have, I mean, the only time I saw movement was, when she was eating something. We're going to talk. Oh, and clearly, my gosh, she loves that Dolce & Gabbana scarf. Sweetie, you can wrap yourself in a Chanel flag. Doesn't matter. I will say she is, when she's not wearing her tight, shiny, whatever that thing was, when she and Bullhorn Betty, when she's not like, when she's just dressed like someone appropriate for her age, she is by far the best dressed of all of them. So as I'm looking at these two, after about 5 minutes, I swear to God, I'm looking and I said, they are the same person. And that's not a good thing. The only thing that, I won't say the only thing, but the most glaring difference between the two of them is one of them has a functioning uterus. Okay. Oh. Yeah. And Mallory, I presume I saw a little bit, but basically she's now this story has turned into her being, she was in fear. She was in fear for her personal safety. Why? You look like a fucking linebacker, okay? You're built like a linebacker. Your lovely one shoulder get up yesterday, girl, you desperately need my help. Okay, listen, just because I drag you for filth, that doesn't mean I won't throw you some damn fashion advice. Hey, Queen Ashley, how are you, my friend? Yeah, I don't usually drop the F-bomb. I try not to. Trust me, it's a large part of my vocabulary in my private personal life. But I really try not to come on YouTube and do it. But these bitches got me feeling some type of way. I also typically try and use the proper King's English, which I assure you I am quite fluent in, unlike some of these people. Maybe not necessarily both of the two I'm talking about now. So, yeah, Molly's bored to tears. Oh, and PayPal now, honey, I hope, God knows you're old enough to, and interestingly enough, you and I are the same age. I thought I was older than you. So I know you are at least old enough to know that she is going to kick your linebacker ass straight through the goalpost. When she's done with you, she'll get the extra 2 points and she'll leave you like a heap of trash. Oh, like a dumpster fire. She will put you into the dumpster fire and leave you to smolder. So, hey, Earth, how are you? Hey, Mimi's mind. Yeah, these people, these cruel, shitty people who I find it very interesting that, God, oh my, y'all, it is so hard for me to keep their names straight in my mind because they are almost the same person, uterus notwithstanding. I have to find a way to try and separate who is who. I need to stick to my notes. Oh, well, that's a perfect place. The word I was trying to think of the other day was, here's a concept that I need somebody to explain to me, preferably the person who demands this. Okay, tell me how this works. The most disrespectful, foul-mouthed, nasty-ass biatch of the moment. No, not Betty. We're getting to her in a minute. Demands respect. You will not trans bash me. You will not racially profile me. Okay, so let's make sure we're all on the same page here. Okay, this is how this goes. She will shit all over anybody she wants. She will make fun of families who are, well, that might not be, I'm going to retract that. She will, listen, there are things in this world that are sacred. And if you have 1 ounce of class, you stay far away from those things. And for somebody who thinks that she is in a, holy shit, I just forgot the word. Marginalized. For someone who wants you to believe that she's in a marginalized class of people, how do you square that? Because some things are sacred and you don't go there. They're not funny. The Holocaust, that's never funny. Never, ever, ever. Dying children and or people with cancer. Never funny. Never, never. Karma is a fickle mistress, bitch. And she doesn't knock. She kicks your door off the hinges. Please tell her I said hi when she comes to see you. So I find it very interesting that I'm going to try and word this very carefully because I'm not going to be accused of trans bashing. Bitch, when I bash you, you will know it. And I got so much more. That's the last place I need to go. But I do find it, listen, you may not know me, but a lot of people do. And people who know me, well, they know that I love some irony. Yep, I'm a big fan of it. And I just find it that, the height of irony and hypocrisy that someone who is in what I would assume is a marginalized class of people, although I think that is getting, that's changing and going more towards the positive. I would imagine they would say, I hope. I'm bashing you because you're an asshole. Okay? I don't care what's under your whatever you wear, because I don't know. I don't want to know. I mean your unmentionables. So oh, Coco, God almighty, I hope that's not true. I would love to hear her explain. You tell me how this works. Like, I must be respectful of the way you see yourself. I must be respectful of that, and I must acknowledge you as such, and I always have. But that's just because I have class. That's got nothing to do with you. I don't, unlike you and your posse of misfits, I don't look for problems that I can then try and exploit and use to my advantage. So I just don't understand how we all must extend to you that respect, whether we personally agree or not. But you can say whatever the hell you want about anyone you want. You can be as disrespectful as you want to be. You can denigrate. You can make a mockery. Explain that to me. Why is that? I mean, isn't what's good for the goose good for the gander? That's what they say. Children's hospitals have had threats, scary threats against them because people say they are doing forced gender surgeries. So this makes it twice as bad, see-through clothing with crotch chains. Oh, the fupa necklace. Excuse me, I'm saying right here and now, I coined the term fupa necklace. I believe I was the originator of that. I don't care. Anybody can use it who wants to, by all means. I would just love it if you credit me every once in a while. Just even once, that's all. You don't have to do it every time. Because, I'm a petty bitch like that. I'm going to keep reminding you that was my term. Well, what can I say? I'm proud of it. All right. Yeah, so now the story is that, Mallory was in such fear for her life. She was very uncomfortable. You should have been uncomfortable, you dumbass. You should have been uncomfortable for multiple reasons. Not the least of which, you were being, how did you put it? Flanked by law enforcement. Well, hell yeah, you look like a damn nut job. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of dancing around these freaking delusional nut jobs, in my opinion, allegedly. You want us to humor your delusion? Well, guess what? You got to give a little to get a little. Oh, sure you know about that. get to go around demanding respect when you don't know the meaning of that word. I heard you. Okay, now we're going to get to the really petty part of this. What the hell? Somebody please answer this, okay? Let's talk about what she was wearing. Mal, I already told you this morning. I think that you think you're hot. You are not. You are not even lukewarm, okay? And that's why I keep getting all dressed up to those words. Oh, I am a well put together woman. No, I don't think anybody would accuse you of that. Yes, fairy dust, please do not chat while you drive. Hey, Beer Can Island. Oh, is Betty there? Speaking of that, Beer Can Island said, I was just watching the Sarasota County School Board meeting on Florida book banning. Was Betty there speaking? Do y'all know that back in the day, I actually had someone reach out to me about Betty. Hey, Prissy, all I'm going to say is they sat on a board of some of these meetings that Betty likes to go to. Is it? I mean, tell me I'm not the only one that would rather put an ice pick through my eye than go to a freaking Board of County Commissioners meeting? No. Only if eminent domain was getting ready to kick in and I was going to, lose my whole house to the government. That's when I oh damn it, I think I just did something wrong. Oh well, I can change it later. Yeah, that's when I would go to a BOCC meeting. Can anyone tell me, maybe Mr. Mike Stevens, can anyone tell me if old Bullhorn, was she live this morning? Now I can't watch her on her channel, but I'm sure I'll hear her retort from last night's revelations, which we're getting to. Okay, so back to Mallory. Oh, Mallory, I just want to let you know this. The words woman and or female do not equate to lady. And just because you're one does not make you the other. I'm sure you already know that, though. So when I'm looking at this, riveting live stream, I'm just wondering, like, how much. Oh, Mike. Let me guess. Did she also double down and or triple down about how smart and how that wasn't her? I can't wait to hear this. So as I'm watching this thing yesterday on the panel, St. Jude Gate Part 2, where Mallory has now what I saw, she definitely made it sound like, she was in fear. They were flanking her. Listen, I only saw one person who was rude. And I got a news flash for you, okay? Listen, here's the deal. I can say that I am a unicorn. That doesn't make me a unicorn. And if I go to the 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee and the guy at the counter says, You look just like that cow that lives next door to me. That doesn't mean that he's a hateful bigot because he doesn't see me as I see myself. Okay? And I don't give a damn how you try and spin that. I have no problem at all with transgender people or gay people. Or really, the only people I really have problems with in this world are shitty, mean people like you. Those are the people I have problems with. I don't care what you do in your bedroom, as long as it doesn't hurt me. So, just because someone doesn't see you as you see yourself, that doesn't mean that they hate you or they're coming for you. Okay? But I know that doesn't fit your narrative that you're trying to spin here. So you couldn't possibly say that. It's just that, that African-American woman that mistakenly addressed you in the wrong way, well, she's just a hateful bigot. Yeah, I know, because God knows, African-American people, they don't know a damn thing about being in a marginalized class of people, do they? God, you're disgusting. Oh. Back to what I keep wanting to get to, which is all of this. Hold on, you guys. The sun is starting to move. Okay. Because of the time of the day, the sun is starting to move towards my office windows and it starts really messing with the lighting. Yeah. Now, well, okay, yet again, I'm going to give you high marks for black. Black is your friend, and obviously you already know that because you wear a fair amount of black. Hey, I myself love black. Blondes look great in black. I don't know, it is what it is. So I'm going to give you high marks for black. I'm also going to give you high marks for the fabric of that top was not offensive. Didn't seem overly tight, but one shoulder, no bueno. When you have shoulders like a linebacker, well, drawing attention to at least one of them, well, hey, I'm sorry, you're opening yourself up to ridicule from the fashion police. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, me and Coco, come on, Coco, I'm dragging you under this bus. We wreck celebrities, okay? And if the celebrities are not safe, neither are you, my friend. So, just hope that I don't decide to dedicate an entire episode to your poor wardrobe choices. Mike Stevens, who knew that flanking had a gender? Mike says, flanking is a police phrase. It's a very masculine phrase. Flanking means police surrounding you. Okay. I always think like steak, flank steak, because that's what I make fajitas with after you naturally marinate it for 24 hours. Okay, so, well, I'm guessing that the coiffure from yesterday was her real hair. It is definitely better than the hideous wig that she was donning the day before. So I'm going to also give her points for that. Mal, I think you could definitely, I don't know. A hairdresser does my hair, so I don't even know if this product still exists. But if it does, get it. And if it doesn't, I don't know, find something similar. And that would be an Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment. Something tells me you might know a little thing or two about hot oil treatments. Listen, girl, I know the Florida humidity is absolutely brutal. So I'm also going to add a few points back on for that because, hey, I know this Florida is just brutal. It is heinous to one's hair. Just ask your friend Betty. Oh, and my gosh, if you do take my advice, Mal, pick up a box for Betty while you're at it. Although, oh God, she is way beyond. You guys, I saw the funniest. Was it on Heels? Heels in the Air this morning. Oh my God, her clip of someone. She went last night after Burnt Toast. She went to several channels and did screen caps of comments people were putting up. Oh my God, the screen names and the comments were golden. But I think my favorite was someone said, Betty's fried mullet looks like angel hair pasta. And here I'm like patting myself on the back for the fupa necklace. That was pretty damn good. Whoever you are out there, pretty good. I'm impressed. Okay, so hair. I don't know if it was her own hair or not. My God, I hope so. Because if that was a choice, if that was an actual choice as a wig, then I think she might need some glasses. I don't know. But as long as it's her own natural hair, listen, like I said, anybody who doesn't know Florida and the humidity, it is absolutely brutal. I mean, look, in Mallory's defense about the hair from yesterday, mine ain't exactly looking its best, but that's because I'm one day away from my every 3-week hair appointment. So Florida is absolutely brutal. Okay, it's let's see, I'm trying to think of a catchy something for follicles. It's frightening on the follicles. Yes, it is. But that does not account for Betty's that disaster on her head that she calls hair. All right, now listen. If I wasn't so incensed about what she did, and that she's not a big enough woman to cop to the fact that she did something disgusting, she did something vile, she did something cruel, she did something heinous. She's not enough of a woman to do Mallory, let me tell you what a little humble pie, forget the slice, you need to eat the whole damn pie. I think you're well beyond the point of that helping, but had you come out like any decent human being would have done the following day and just cop to it. There's not many groups of people more forgiving than the American public. We have forgiven, well, Mallory, you're an old hag like me. Okay, so you remember, certainly you must remember the days of Marion Barry smoking the crack pipe with the hooker. Well, my goodness, they elected him mayor again a few decades later. Tammy Faye Baker, good Lord, we gave her a pass. But those people and several others who've done similar stupid things have been forgiven, but here's the difference. They all did what I imagine I was going to say that you probably will be forced to do at some point, but I doubt it. I don't think you have enough self-awareness. I really don't. And I think that you are so delusional about your own importance. You're not important. You're no more important than any of the rest of us are. Or even as well dressed. But those people did what you should have done. Mike Stevens, did you ever see that Mike Stevens, you have to stop distracting me. Did you ever see the reality show that Tammy Faye Baker's son did? There was only, I think, one season, possibly 2. It was actually really good. All those people cop to the fact that they did something really stupid. What you did was evil, in my opinion, and cruel. What they did were, human foibles. Happens to the best of us. We all fall short. We all fall down. We all do things we shouldn't do. But most of us, if we're wrap tight or even semi-tight, we don't get up every morning and say, what can I do to make myself trend? What can I do? Who can I hurt? Whose neck can I stand atop of to get some clout? Maybe a Talkspace gift card. Maybe you should put that on your Amazon wish list. I think I would if I were you. But I wouldn't say the next 2 things that I'm about to say were you not so vile. But I think you deserve it. So I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I'm going to give it to you. I hope you enjoy. Chat, can y'all tell me? I know I'm not the only person who was looking at this going, WTH is that? What is that? What is wrong with this picture? What the hell's wrong with her tongue? It's like it's way too big for her mouth. She kind of has like it's not a lisp. At first I thought it was a lisp. But the more I watched, I'm like, no, it's not. I don't think she has a speech impediment. I think I don't know what it is, but it's so unsettling. So anyone who knows what it is, please fill me in. Because it was oh so distracting. And my God, I don't want to get distracted from all the wisdom that's going to come flying. People, fix it, people. Oh my God. You're not, why do you think you're so funny? Girl, I'm 100 times funnier than you are, and I don't even try. You try, okay? And let me tell you, this is how you know somebody's really funny. They're quick, and they're quick-witted. Bitch, you couldn't even figure out how to get into a fucking cafeteria in a hospital, okay? But you want us to believe that you are some comedy genius. You're not. You're not. So, yeah, what's wrong with her tongue? Why does it is it too thick? Ew! Beer Can Island. I'm not even reading that out loud. That is so foul. She said that. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, maybe that would explain what's wrong with her tongue. Okay, please, somebody tell me. Listen, am I the only one who's noticed this? Please tell me. Please. I can't be. Maybe I just cannot stand her enough that I'm nitpicking at her. And that, I mean, hey, that could be. I don't think I am though. What is it? What is it? Chat, help me out here. Beer Can, not you, Beer Can. Although I do agree that very well could account for the problem or to me, it was like have you ever heard the expression like someone is thick-tongued? Beer Can, listen, if this gig doesn't work out and I don't know, these people come and burn my fucking house down in the night or something, you and I will do a podcast. I know. I kind of feel the same way. Beer Can Island says you can't nitpick enough. I honestly, I can promise you this. I do not and will not ever go after someone unprovoked. If I'm dragging somebody like this, it is because they absolutely, positively deserve this and more. Okay? So I'm sorry, it's just my observation. My observation is that there is something wrong with her tongue. It looks like it doesn't fit in her mouth. So there's that. And then there's this. What is going on here? Is this Home Depot silicone? What is this? Is this bathtub grade filler? Mallory, do you get filler in the back of the what the hell's that place called? Discount Auto Parts? O'Reilly? O'Reilly? What the hell is going on in her cheeks? That is not, if that is Juvederm, which I don't believe it is, if it is Juvederm, there is so much in there that, I mean, she could have implants here. Listen, she seems to be a broke ass bitch to me. I don't know if this is true. I kept seeing yesterday in multiple chats that where she lives. Now, I knew that she lived on some family member's property, like I thought it was a little guest house, like a cottage. I saw multiple people say that was a chicken coop. Whatever it is, I don't know. Oh, and by the way, Mallory, when you're going to go live, and listen, you're a damn world famous YouTube media sensation. How come somebody like me needs to give you this advice? The shit on your bed, whatever that thing was that looked like a giraffe. It looked like one of those blankets that crafty ladies like to make. They're made out of fleece, and they have like a thick fringe that goes all the way around, and they're made out of like a polar fleece, like blankies. Yeah, she had one that looked like giraffe print. Like, couldn't you have just, I don't know, if that had been me, well, look, you notice my dead flowers are gone, but if that had been me, I would have seen it in the reflection and said, oh, God, hold on just 1 minute. Oh, there we go. All better. Yeah. Nobody wants to look at your shit you leave on your bed. Oh my God. Are you colorblind? Seriously. I wonder if she is, because, oh my God, all those colors, those very ugly colors that Prissy. Oh my girl, that's exactly what it looks like. Prissy's comment says, I'm not joking. She actually let her neighbor put caulk in her face. No, not that kind of caulk. Caulk. C-A-U-L-K. Kind of like cuck, but caulk. Ooh, that is if that is true, which I'm not saying it is, if that is true, I'm telling every woman out there, and men too, for that matter, because there's men who do this. Do not ever let anyone inject your face in the back of an auto parts store, in a hair salon, in a nail salon, in a happy ending massage parlor. No, do not do that. I will tell you this. People think that getting filler is, it's nothing. The worst thing that can happen is, it just looks like shit. No, that is not true. And I'm talking about Juvederm, Restylane, real cosmetic filler products, not bathtub caulk. If the person injecting is not skilled and they hit a vessel, if they do not immediately correct that, because there is a product they can use that they inject it and it immediately disperses it. You can have gangrene. You can get, it turns necrotic. What happens is if they occlude a vessel, the surrounding tissue does not get blood flow and it will become necrotic and die. They then have to go in and get it out. So please, no one, don't ever let someone inject you unless it is a licensed physician and or nurse practitioner. That's my public service announcement for the day. Beer Can Island, yes, cement butt filler. Have you ever seen that? I know everybody's seen that lady on Botched that had all kinds of filler put all over her body, but it wasn't filler. It was like Home Depot silicone. And that's exactly what happened. The skin got necrotic, it died, and she seemed like a really sweet person. It was very sad, but yeah, so I don't know what's going on in her cheeks, but it's atrocious. It's so gross. I mean, it's tragic, like the rest of her. Okay. Oh, guess what, kids? Now we're at the show and tell part of the class. Okay, so I think it was Mike Stevens along with, I don't know, probably everybody else that commented on those busted ass looking nasty black kicks that she was rocking at the cancer hospital. And I didn't notice until last night. I was watching the glare and he zoned in on the top of the shoe. Wow, that's all I can say. Wow. Is the other thing I can say. But I'm a helper. And I keep telling you, Mallory, I'm like everybody else. I like to do charity work when the opportunity presents. So consider yourself my charity for the day. I did bring 2 examples that you might want to consider or something similar when next you find yourself getting ready to, make a mockery of dying babies. Okay, number 1. This right here, this is a very adorable and fashionable. Notice now, I know these look like they've been drugged behind a car for 100 miles, but they have not been. These shoes are called Golden Goose Deluxe brands, and they are made this way. And if I was tacky like you, I'd tell you how much they cost. I'm not going to. But that's a suggestion. See, because there's lots of choices. There's lots of choices between these, which is what I'm rocking with my jeans right now. There's lots of choices between that and that, little sequin shoe I just threw back there. Here's another one. And, well, my goodness, it rains a lot in Florida. So if you bought, something like these, well, you could use them over and over. These are Hunter rain boots. I mean, as far as rubber boots go, well, they're quite fashionable. Another great option. What I'm absolutely, and this is, I'm not going to demand anybody to do anything, but please consider this a suggestion in the strongest possible sense of the word. You need to take those black, cheap, ugly, disgusting things that you called shoes and throw them in the nearest dumpster fire that you can find. Okay. Galoshes. I mean, I live in Florida. I don't know much about, do women's shoe sizes go to 16? I don't think they do. I want to say a 13, maybe. I will throw out this fun little piece of fashion footwear trivia just in case anyone, this might help somebody. Nordstrom. Now, many women I personally have one foot that is bigger than the other. It's negligible, but when I wear my shoes, if I'm standing or walking for a long period of time, heels. I mean, the difference is teeny weeny tiny, but I can always tell my right foot is slightly bigger than my left. But many women have up to like a half or even one size difference between their 2 feet. Nordstrom sells shoes. You can get them in 2 different sizes. Look at that. That's another public service announcement. Nordstrom, if the shoe salon would like to sponsor me, I'd gladly take that. Okay, we covered the tongue, the cheek filler, you're not funny. I'm sure she fancies herself a provocateur. No. By her own admission, she was scrambling to come up with something when she went into that hospital. And still was being as disrespectful. She is oh God, she's vile. She said something to the effect of, I was expected to walk in and see, people. I thought they'd have nice grapes, sick kids, well kids, dead kids. Oh, so disgusting. Hey, bitch, I'm sure St. Jude's is, they're so sorry that their lobby presentation didn't live up to your very high expectations. Yeah, you know what, Mal? Like I said in the beginning of this tirade, normal people don't want to be hated. Normal people will not do anything in the world to have people look at them and pay attention to them. I mean, we all like attention as women. I get it. But it's in my experience, and now that I'm in the this older season of my life, well, I think it's best to lead with what's up here, and all the rest is just icing, decoration. So you're really not that funny. You're not that cute. You're definitely not nice. You're not a provocateur. You're just a bitter bitch who seems to think that the world owed her something. Like you've never gotten your due. Cry me a river. All right, I think I've talked about that nasty about as long as I want to. Okay. I'm going to end it with this. With her, I'm going to end it like this. If you're lucky enough to get to be the age that me and Mal, we're the same age. So if you're lucky to get to this age, one of the sad realities of getting to live this long is that you've gone to more funerals than you care to think about. And you know why? One of the reasons I'm so incensed by what she did. Listen up, you nasty bitch. That's because, probably about 15 years ago. I had to go to a funeral for a 5-year-old, a neighbor. And that 5-year-old died from a cancer called a diffuse pontine glioma. It's a very fast-growing, non-survivable, I believe it's in the brainstem. You ever been to a funeral for a 5-year-old, Mal? If you had a heart above one of those fake tits, I'd ask you what you thought of it, but I don't think you do. It wasn't fun. I'll never forget it. I hope to God I never have to go to another one. And guess what? When that baby was in her house in hospice care, I remember when the hearse pulled up from the funeral home to get her. That's how we knew she died. You are disgusting for any number of reasons, many of which I hope I've adequately voiced here. And if you had any sense, which that is it, yes, that is a rhetorical statement, but I'm going to make it anyway. If you had any sense, you'd stop doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, because you're wrong. Everything you did was wrong. It was disgusting. It was vile. So I can't talk about this anymore because it honestly, I know it's coming off like I'm as much of a heartless bitch as she is, the way I've drug her. But I promise you, that is hurt in my heart that's coming out the way it's coming out. And I don't care. Okay, so, yep, Mal. Now we're going to talk about bullshit Betty. Mallory, you are in very good company. Yes, you are. Because you guys are all the same person. Oh, hippie, poor him. I knew that. I didn't know how old he was. I know you told me that the other day. I'm so sorry. And for the benefit of somebody who might see this, who can then tell that bitch, her comment says, my son died in a hospital just like that. He was 6 months old. Shame on you. Yep. Mal, you are what you eat, so to speak. Probably poor choice of words on my point, my behalf. But yeah, you're in good company. You are just like all these. Ooh, congratulations. You've joined the tragedy pimp mob. Yep. The only thing you don't share with them is a uterus. That's as far as I can tell. Okay. Moving along, because I'm hungry and I don't really want to spend my whole day talking about these dirt bags. Betty. Well, Betty, goodness, kids. We now know why her, we all know her go-to is the cease and desist. And now we know why. Oh my God. Yes, little miss, Republican, America first, a diehard Trumper. So basically, Burnt toast lays it all out. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to be any more fluent or well said than everything Burnt Toast said. But in a nutshell, back in, I believe it was 2007, 2008, when the housing market crashed and people like me and my husband who had 401ks have, not had, have. Betty, do you know what a 401k is? I know you don't have one, but people who have investment accounts, well, sometimes things like mortgages, they're bundled and they're sold as a part of an investment. And people like me, and probably most people in the chat who have these investment accounts, well, if you had some of the bogus, worthless mortgages bundled up in any of your investments, depending on how close you were to retirement, well, that could have gone, that dream you worked your whole life for could have gone up in smoke. Now, fortunately, my husband is very wise with investments, and it's the long game. Like it should be for anyone who starts investing when they're young. You don't check your investment accounts on the daily because you're in it for the long haul. But people like bullshit dirtbag Betty, who were forging loan documents to help people get loans using faked, fraudulent financials, like, I don't know, W-2s that made their 401ks and their investments far less valuable, kind of like that. Yeah. That's what old Betty was doing with her big career. Oh, and as far as your life insurance claims go, ooh, see, this is what I always say. You never know on here. You never know who knows who. You never know who knows what. Well, I just happen to know somebody who, oh my, is at the absolute highest level of life insurance that one can be at. I'm talking, this is what they call, how like in a casino, it might be the same term, whales. Definitely in the life insurance game. Well, you're either going to sell a whole bunch of very small policies to a whole lot of people, or you're going to be the type of agent that's going to sell, maybe only 1 or 2 policies a year, but they're going to be gigantic. And they're going to be to celebrities, the real movers and shakers, people at the highest heights of their fields, whatever it is. I'm talking people that need life insurance for estate planning reasons because it's going to pay the death tax. This isn't people who are looking to make sure their final expenses are covered. This isn't Colonial Penn, sweetie. Well, and I can find out everything I need to know about any life insurance claims that were made on her part. So I don't give a shit enough. I've always known she's a lying, low IQ dirtbag. In my opinion, allegedly, hypothetically. So I'm not going to go check for myself because I don't give a damn. I already know what she is. My God, all you have to do is look at the woman to know what she is. She is a grifter with very bad hair. Okay? She's a joke. Betty, you are a joke. You and all your kind. Tragedy pimps et al. Your jokes. We all got you. And any people who give you money, oh my God, please sit down in a dark, quiet room and have a talk with yourself. Because it is not a good use of resources to give your hard-earned money or even your husband's hard-earned money to a woman like her, okay? She's a joke. Betty, you're a joke. The gloves are off with these people, okay? I'm not pussyfooting around this shit anymore. And if you want to play outside of YouTube and you want to try and take it there, do what you will. But like I said, you don't know who knows who. Just ask yourself. Have y'all ever have you ever met anybody that's successful, that's, really got their game dialed in? First of all, they're probably not e-begging on YouTube every morning or afternoon. But have you ever seen any of those said people, except for maybe Mark Zuckerberg in the early years, but at least his hoodie fit, for fuck's sake. Have you ever seen any of those people who present like Betty? I mean, you guys, I'm sorry. It's just the truth. I'm sure there's people that don't want to hear it, but it's the truth, okay? She looks broke as a joke, and I'm sure she is. They say she lives with her mommy. Not surprising. Oh, God. Prissy, she absolutely, that's how she supports herself. And I'm so glad I saw your comment. The comment says she probably supports herself with what she gets from her subs. Yes, along with her SSI disability. Yes, Mike, I know you do. It's all right, though. We can be friends. We just don't talk about her. But you're in my living room. So when I come to your living room, I will talk about her. Yeah. Here's my suggestion to everyone as a way to, the right way to try, not the tactics these gross people use. Like, they want to call your job. They want to call your family. They want to call CPS. Oh, God. That's what low IQ people do. Low marble count people. That's what they do. Or they write letters like Betty, where she writes a letter to the Manatee County, I guess it was the Board of Commissioners, and she was bitching about a proposed curfew during COVID measures. Can somebody please tell her that when you write a letter to your representatives, whether they be county, state, nationwide, honey, you don't need to put your high school GPA or your whatever that stupid fucking finance company that calls itself a college. You don't put your GPA on things like that. Betty, my goodness, girl. Yeah, that's what dumb people do. Y'all, listen. And you think about this, just apply this statement to your own life and people you've met in your own life. How many people do you know that are successful and smart that have to scream that at you every day? They have to tell you how smart they are and how much they know. Nope, that's not how that works, because it speaks for itself. You don't have to do that. Your life, your accomplishments or lack thereof, that's what speaks to your wherewithal, at least partially. So I would say for people like this who they game the system. That's what they do. That's how they live. They game the system. I mean, these are like welfare people, like welfare queens and kings. You know, the people like they got every angle. They know how to get around this, that, the other, 6 ways to Sunday. They got it all figured out. If you have to put your YouTube channel in your mommy's name, there's a reason. So I say, all us taxpayers out here, because Betty's not a taxpayer. I don't give a damn what she says. Betty pays 0 tax. Possibly property tax, if that's her house. Don't know, don't care. But, you know, there's strength in numbers. And I'm just saying, if you know someone's gaining the system and someone is lying and someone is digging into your pocket by way of collecting benefits that they're not really entitled to. I mean, I don't know about you, but Betty doesn't look that disabled to me. Mentally disabled, yes. Intellectually disabled, yes, in my opinion, on both counts. Physically disabled, that doesn't look like it. So I don't know. You know, listen, what is it, class? What is it that takes down all criminals? Well, I won't say all. What is it? What entity takes down criminals that, you know, they just seem to slither their way through life, ducking and covering here and there? There's one thing that almost always gets them: the IRS. And listen, the IRS is a busy entity, but I can tell you this. I know somebody that felt the need to inform them of something. And I'm not talking about somebody making a whole bunch of money either. It might take them a little while, but my goodness, death and taxes, you know what they say, death and taxes. And, you know, so if you know somebody is digging into your pocket and you suspect it's fraudulent, well, you should probably make the proper authorities aware of your suspicions. If you, most especially with the tragedy pimps, I think this is probably already happening, but my suggestion is whenever these a-holes decide to get in their car and go exploit someone else's tragedy, whatever's the latest biggest thing going on, either get on the phone or email the public relations or, you know, media management spokesperson for the law enforcement agency in that town, whatever that town is. Well, and listen, I'm not saying to blow these people's phones up and waste their resources. These ass clowns, they waste enough resources for all of us. Normal people don't do that. But I think that people should make these jurisdictions that the grifters are, you know, heading to. I say that people make them aware of what is heading their way, what these people do, why they do it. And I don't know, maybe just a small clips from, you know, some of their finer YouTube performances is in order. Because that way, if these jurisdictions are, you know, prepared ahead of time for what's coming down the pike, well, they can maybe deal with it more effectively. And I would just say, and if you want to know, if you have any doubt about what I'm saying, well, ask Chief so and so from Savannah, Georgia. Ask. Listen, I don't keep track of these nut jobs, and every single place they go. I watch it as it happens, but this is not a. These people mean nothing to me. I'm speaking out against these people because, like I said in the beginning, this is the YouTube circular economy. And I will use their names and their disgusting behavior. I'll exploit them for my benefit to grow my channel. That's all. But these are not people that they are nothing. I don't know why some of them have what to me is a large channel. And really, here's the reality of that. Yeah, when you're me and you've got 150 subs on one channel and less than 500 on the other, that's like a half of a grain of sand in an ocean. Okay, but so is 23,000 when you think of things in terms of the entire world. Okay, so it's kind of the same thing. Well, Mike, I don't doubt that she had 1,000 people. I can't account for people's taste. Okay, I can't. I know that everybody loves a good train wreck, but like this train derailed long ago. Listen, there is nothing any of these people can do or will do that will affect my life or my lifestyle in any way. And I'm not monetized. I'm not doing this for money. I don't need to do that. I'm speaking out because it's wrong. And these people have kind of taken this community hostage and given all of us a bad name. And I just wish that people would stop with these people. Yeah, true crime is very popular, but they're like true criminals, allegedly, hypothetically. There are so many channels that are real serious channels with nothing but fact-based content. So none of them are that. They're all the same. They might have different packages on the outside, but up here, they're all the same. They're absolutely desperate for attention, and they will do anything to get it. I mean, let's be serious. They're not credible. Hell, they're not even right most of the time. They're a joke. They are all a joke. They want you to think they are these smart, successful people. They're not. They're not. They've got some kind of fairy tale that they are putting forth on here, and people are buying. I don't know why. I think it's just a sad commentary on our overall state of society. That's all I can figure. So, okay, well, so yeah, and yeah, let's not forget that Betty and her fraudulent document. What kind of a dumbass? I mean, honest to God, what kind of a dumbass? How much money do you think she was making working at that place? I don't give a shit if she was making $100,000 a week. I am not forging government documents. It's not happening. I'm not doing it. Who does that? Who does that? And I'm sure I'm going to see at some point today, probably tomorrow. I have a real flesh and bone friend coming over very soon that I need to go get ready for. So I probably will not be on YouTube until later. I'm sure I'm going to see little snippets of her response from this morning. Oh, I can't wait. Not really. So that's it. That's all I got. I said everything I want to say for today. What is today? Oh, yes. We're going to do the Grammys on, I think we said, Coco and I said Friday. Yes, we're going to do, I didn't even know the Grammys were this past Sunday night. Ay. So many award shows, so little time. So yeah, we're going to do that Friday at the end of the day. And I think that's it. I think I've hit all the highlights. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate it. What's today? Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday are pretty much shot for me. So yeah, I won't be back until Friday. But I hope everybody's got a good week and that I will see you Friday, Coco and I, for the Grammy fashions. All right, everybody, have a fantastic day, and I will see you later. Bye.